Why are the farmers protesting? What are the bills passed by the government and are they in interest of farmers or not? How have the government been dealing with it so far? Namaste, I am Nidhi and today I will be unfolding current farmer ordinances and some similar situations you all need to be aware of. On June 5th, 2020, government proposed amendments in the Essential Food Commodities Act. This was passed by the Government of India in 1955 to sideline the problem of scarcity, black marketing, and hoarding of food stuff. It has been amended 5 times over the years. The recent amendments has raised fury amongst the farmers so much that they have been protesting amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. What are the changes made by the government? Under this bill, food commodities such as edible oil, pulses, sugar will be deregulated, which means the government will no longer stock the produce until and unless mandatory in calamities like flood, famine, etc. Before I proceed forward, let me tell you what APMC mandis are. APMC, Agriculture Produce Market Committee, regulates on the principle that first the produce should be brought to the market area and then sold through auction. This system of market for farmers was brought by the government in 1960s to stop the exploitation of farmers by the traders. In order to buy within the premises of these market areas, a trader needs to have license approved by the government. Further, if traders could not procure the produce of farmers, government used to, that too at MSP, which means minimum support price. Under this bill, traders can buy from farmers outside the mandis where the only legal requirement will be PAN card. According to government, it eliminates intermediaries, provides barrier-free inter and intra-state trade and commerce. It is supposed to end the 8.5% of market fee outside the premises of APMC Mandi, which comprised of 3% to the state, which was then used by the state as revenue, 2.5% to the commission agents, and remaining 3% to the rural development. You all must be wondering that if the current ordinances are going to cut the market fee, exclude the intermediaries, make it easy for farmers not to obligate by the boundaries of APMC mandis, then why are farmers, commission agents, and states protesting? The bill does not talk about crucial terms towards which farmers have developed a strong sense of security over the years. There are total 2,477 APMC and 4,843 subyards in India. Since everything is regulated in these mandis, the downfall of these market areas means no registration, no regulation, no MSP, and farmers will compete with each other and will be paid accordingly. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said farmers need not to worry. The bill does not state anywhere to exclude the APMC and MSP. So, what is the problem? If it does not talk about APMCs, how does it mean the downfall of market areas? Let us understand. If there would be no taxes outside the market areas, in order to save the taxes, no company would enter the mandi market. No doubt, the traders will provide better incentives in initial days, but once the mandi system collapses, the farmers won't be having any choice. Better incentives provided by traders in initial days can be understood with an example. US is the biggest consumer of vanilla in the world. Around 67% of the world's vanilla is consumed by the US. The Mexico used to produce vanilla mainly, but in 2002 due to calamities the yield wasn't good enough. The production states in US went around the world and convinced the farmers to grow vanilla including India. Farmers from Kerala started growing vanilla and they earned a lot in the beginning. The price rose up to 4,000 rupee per kg of vanilla. But after a few years, when many countries started producing vanilla, including Mexico, by the end of early 2005, the price dropped from 4,000 kg per kilo to 68 rupee per kilo. That's what corporates do to the farmers. The government claimed to remove intermediaries means commission agents. Over the years, commission agents have held their position tight in the market areas. Because they used to have a license approved by the government, it used to give farmers a sense of security. On average, 28,000 registered commission agents in Punjab and 32,000 commission agents in Haryana are going to be a direct threat. Was the pandemic not alone enough to render people jobless? 11 farmers were dragged to court in 2019 by the company PepsiCo for growing a variety of potato claiming right infringement. The company demanded 1.5 rupee crore from each farmer and later went to settle the dispute outside the court. The way small farmers involved in the market is much different than the way large scale farmers do. Because they are not educated enough, the companies are known to sue farmers time and again. The landlords will now prefer direct contracts with companies over the dealing with small farmers. Another problem which comes along is hoarding. In order to benefit, companies might hoard the crop when the prices fall down. In recent interview by Nagma Seher on NDTV, Rakesh Tikait, a representative from Bharatiya Kisan Union, said the foremost demand they have is of fixed MSP for every crop. The farmers have in total 4 demands: rollback of ordinances, protection of mandi market, national law for the protection of MSP, and loans to be cleared. Let me take an example and tell you how have the models turned out in different countries around the globe and in different states of India. In 2006, Bihar became the first state in India to abolish APMC markets in order to open the market for farmers and traders and also to increase their relations. It has been almost 1.5 decades since the policy has been abolished, and it has only made the farmers more prone to exploitation. The failure of Bihar does not give green signals to rubber stamp the bill. The US, whose 11.1% population is food insecure, has been practicing corporate farming for years. It has not only led to a handful of corporatizations controlling the market, but also the increased number in suicide rate of farmers. According to the article Corporate Control of Agriculture by Farm Aid, almost 40% of the agriculture market is controlled by few corporates. This is not only harmful for the local communities but also for the competitive market. If the practices has not worked out in countries like France, USA, and Indian state Bihar, is it important to implement it in our whole agriculture sector, which needs protection despite making it more vulnerable? This subject has mass involvement of political parties opposing and supporting it. Members of Bharatiya Kisan Union and other organizations, along with commission agents, had blocked the highway in Kurukshetra PP and clashed with police. A large number of commission agents and farmers from Sirsa, Rohtak, Bhiwani, Jind, and Hisar were not allowed to reach the protest. Farmers in the West UP, Bijnor, have also been protesting against the unjust policies. On 25th September, protests were held at nearly 20,000 locations across India. All India Kisan Sangharsh Coordination Committee, members of Bharatiya Kisan Union, Samajwadi Party, Congress Akali Dal, and many more organizations backed the protest. In Rajya Sabha on 20th September 2020, 8 members were suspended after heated discussions, and after that, 15 bills were passed in Rajya Sabha within 2 days without opposition.